Divine setup. The Lord spoke to me this morning very clearly, and He told me the words divine setup. Most of the time we go through life and we think that the things that have happened to us, or how betrayal have became, or how things have ended in our lives, and how things are taken away from us, that we think that it was bad, but it was all for a divine setup. And I want to read out of Genesis, of the story of Joseph. And when his brothers sold him into slavery, that was all a part of a divine setup. Even in that moment of betrayal, and in the moment of something like that tragically happening in his life, it ultimately set him up to be put in a great position. So in Genesis chapter 50 verses 19, it said, "But Joseph replied, 'Don't be afraid of me. Am I God that I can punish you? You intended to harm me, but God intended it all for good. He brought me to this position so I could save the lives of many people.'" And right there, a lot of times we go through betrayals in our lives. This was his family. Sometimes it could be your family. Sometimes people could be their spiritual family. It could be a relationship. It could be all of these things, or just little things going on in your life where you're like, what is happening, God? But it's all a part of a divine setup for God to use you for His glory, for God to get you to where you need to be so that you can do the thing that God has called you. He said ultimately, He brought me to this position though so that I could save the lives of many people. What God has planned for your life, what God has put inside of you, is not just for you, but it is for people. It is to save people and to bring them to Jesus. So the betrayal, the relationships, I feel this in my spirit that there are some relationships that have ended, and you thought that that was the person for you, and you're hurt and you feel down, but God is saying it's a divine setup to align you with the very person that I have ordained, so that you can leave a legacy, so that you can go out and preach the gospel and to save many lives. There are people that have been betrayed by their families, and things have been done to them, or just in churches and things, but God is saying that is all a part of the plan. Even when they put Jesus on the cross, they did not realize that that was a divine setup, that was a part of the plan. He had to do that so that prophecy could be fulfilled. So the things that you feel are hard or have come up against you in this season, the Lord is saying this is a divine setup. He said in due time it will all make sense of why those relationships ended, why people betrayed you, why things were done to you wrongfully. It's aligning you and positioning you. There's a divine setup happening that is coming in your life. And so I just wanted to speak that word to someone to hold on, because God is going to use you. God is going to use you to save lives of many. Forgive people who have wronged you, because in due time it's all going to make sense, and you're no longer going to be upset with the outcome of how it happened or how it ended, but you're going to realize it was there to happen because there was a divine setup happening.